What up?
Welcome back again.
What's up?
He's back.
The interloper has returned.
He is
Cortina.
back. Porta Cortina. Baropaga go box bag.
Everyone is like, Cortina.
So loud.
But you know, there's a couple of guys
So
who are
loud.
like, yeah.
You.
I'd
I'd
get
get one.
the Cortina. And all of them, Dirk, Peter,
Yeah. Ons eet koeksusters.
and they are wearing jean pants.
Stop it.
Right. Welcome back, guys.
What's happening?
How's it, Tuso? Please come.
My friend, hope you and your family are doing well.
Yes, sir.
Again, I think this month we'll keep on seeing.
Yeah.
We'll keep
Yeah,
on
shame.
seeing. Yeah, it's
He lost his brother, so
Yeah.
that's a hard one.
it's a hard
tough.
one, man. And that lightning, it's in progress. It's in transit.
Oh, we ordered it.
Yeah. It's in
Oh,
transit.
le room is SMS.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't get to Polokwane, we didn't have time. It's coming. It can't come in with Ntunubis on Postnet because they worried that the mishandling it was Shapame.
Might hit the wrong person. Might hit the wrong person, but it's in transit. But anyway, welcome back, guys. Show 2 of April. Show 2 of Jupe.
Yes.
Last week we suggested cars for Jupe.
Yep.
To recap,
Okay, there were only 2 cars
yes,
suggested.
No,
And,
no,
uh,
don't do that.
and,
Don't.
and,
Hey, don't do
And
that.
the coffin.
and,
You can't say Jack
2
is
cars in a
Cortina and
coffin.
then you say 2 cars in a
there's
coffin.
no other car.
No, come on.
That's what I'm saying. There were 2 cars and a
No.
coffin.
There was
So
a
let's
classic,
recap. What did you say?
a fancy looking. What's that car that drives around with coffins in the back? What do they call
Station
it?
wagon.
Ash. King. A hearse. There you go. Yeah, King Pintonagasi, don't pay me. Correct. There was a classic, a
What
genuine
do you- what do you-
classic.
what do you-
Ash.
Estate.
What was yours?
135 convertible.
That.
Leave this guy alone.
Anyway, back to the show. So this week,
Prakotina,
hey, Bracotina, hi, Jack, hi. It's that saying, "Your Jack is whack."
Leave me alone.
Who
Yeah.
smokes crack?
Jack
Leave
is
me
whack.
alone.
So-
I am who I am. Leave me alone.
So this week we're back again with Jupe. We chowing down the million. Is what?
Bar million.
Oh, I heard something
It's
else.
sketchy
bruh.
in here, man.
I heard
It is so
something.
thought
sketchy
what?
in here.
But anyway, let's go back.
This guy thought. Last week you told me you had a what for cricket players. Now you're hearing funny things.
No. But anyway, let's get back to the show, guys. I'm
Right.
hearing things, maybe not, Mara. I saw Lendiville. This week we going up a notch. We're putting in 100,000 extra, right? So the budget is 350. The specs of what he wants stays the same. So he's looking for a classic, fast, manual car. History in terms of service. At least he must know where it comes from and what it's done. And he wants to drive fast from Mpumalanga to...
Fast, we mean up to 120.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Quickly to 120.
From Mpumalanga to Joburg, right? So the guy's name is still Jupe. He's going through a midlife crisis. I think he's growing dreads. And he's knotting his
Beards.
beards.
Let the guy go through his lifetime crisis. He's got $1 million. He wants 3 cars.
We are here to help,
yeah,
not
we're
judge.
here to
Yeah.
help.
So I suggested. I remember I told you that I am. So I started with the with the convertible, right? Which he can use when it comes to Joburg. It looks cool in a convertible 135, which ticked all the boxes. And I think he'll
Is it
like
manual?
it. Yes, the convertible. Now we're coming to a sports coupe,
Okay.
right? A legend.
A legend. I'm waiting for it.
A legend.
Which is?
A Nissan 2009
Yeah.
Nissan 350Z.
Guys just bought you a Datsun.
Right? A 250Z 350Z, sorry. Nissan. It is going for the asking price of 299. So I'm saving you 50k.
How many kilometers?
The kilometers don't matter. if I'm saving him
This
50K.
guy, wait, last week he said the
However,
same thing.
whoa,
Yeah, he did.
Listen.
I'm
It's
starting
gone.
to notice a pattern.
It's gone. 140,000 Ks. It's
Yeah.
manual, and it's a petrol.
Full
right?
service history.
Partial service history. The
Where's
engine.
the camera? I'm
Wait.
going to look at it with a blank face.
No, it's partial. Your car was partial last week.
It was full service history. It was only covered up to 100,000 with.
And this
Yeah,
guy,
I was watching the episode
Yeah.
yesterday to see how bad I was last
It
week.
was
So
better. Yeah.
yeah,
This guy.
I
it's
took note of everything.
It's a Velcro. Number plate bad as FS.
That's
But
a
anyway,
problem.
sorry. Engine 3.7 liter. Ne? It's a V6, so it ticks the box. Look, consumption 10.8, but he's not worried about that.
He's got money.
245
Kilowatts.
kilowatts.
Good power.
Yes, you know the rest.
Rear-wheel
Right?
drive.
So that's the car I've chosen. For
Does it have that thing, Linda?
Saudi?
No, I'm asking Linda.
Look, it's a Datsun. No, it's a Nissan. Look, I don't think it's a classic. I think it's a classic in certain places. Boxburg, Velcom.
Japan.
No, not that. Not that.
No, but like
That's like a TT. You know, it just...
What?
It's not a bad car. It's a rear-wheel drive. It's not really quick. It's quick.
yeah. Do you know what I think the 350Z
What is
didn't?
it, 0 to 100?
5.3.
Yeah.
It's not
The-
bad.
it didn't become a cultural phenomenon. Let me
Yeah,
put it that way. That's the thing. That's where I'll draw the line as far as it being a classic is concerned.
5.3.
Aye,
It's
it
actually
did not have
quite
cultural impact. Not at all.
Yeah,
Like what would the nickname for 350Z be? You didn't
Yeah,
even come up with it.
No, Mari, you must remember that it doesn't mean because it didn't have a cultural impact here.
I think it's not a classic. Number two, I don't think it has a wow factor or anything fantastic about it. It has no good history. There's nothing. It's just a 350Z. Maybe to look, I am pretty sure, I promise you, you go to Webinar and you come in that car like, yeah, man. The girl's like, hello, Abut. I'm sure. But if you go to Sentin, like, what are you driving at? Datsun. Now, if you're talking about...
Hey, you can't get over the Datsun, eh?
Hey,
If
with
you're
the
talking
Datsun.
about the 350, I mean not the 350, the Godzilla, the Nissan, you know what I'm talking about.
Skyline.
Not Skyline, maybe, yeah, even
See that
maybe because it's got. There's a 350Z. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like vanilla ice cream. No one hates it. No one really likes vanilla.
Yeah, you won't throw it in the bin.
Yeah,
but you'll have it.
You'll have it.
So have a 370Z, my friend.
No, it's boring. Cheap.
Sell it 370, I know.
No, it's always been a 370.
What's-
Your niggas didn't listen.
Yeah, it's a 370. There was a 350.
There
There's
was
a
a
350 and then there's a
And I think it was.
But
because
correct me if I'm
horsepower,
wrong. He did say
horsepower.
350 in the beginning, right? Yeah, he's.
So what are the problems with it? Known problems. It's a Nissan, not much. The problem is that with this one, you can go to a guy. What takes a ranking? E20. Wrong, can I borrow that thing quickly?
So
No,
at
man,
least you won't be starving for parts at least.
Look, man, you know, it's a nice car. I genuinely, it makes the right sounds. It just doesn't have.
Is it fast?
It makes the right. It's fast enough.
It's
yeah.
decent.
It's
Yeah.
decent.
I think it's decent.
Is it a manual?
Yes.
Would it fall under the category of being
Yeah.
a
it
classic?
would. I'm not classic.
I
I
think
don't
that's.
know.
I think that's the only
problem.
part. That's the
Look,
only part where
look,
it's like.
Do you think a TT will ever fall in a classic? Not the first one. The first one, I think it might. But the second one, nah. Like the Z4, like the Z4.
No, Z4 is a classic.
No, not really.
What?
No, not the Z4. The
Z4.
current one. Nah, don't fall into.
Yeah, and that one. Remember the one that the 3 liter?
Yeah, this one competes. Not there's a Z3. There's a Z4. There's a first Z4. You know the Z4. Then there's these other ones. Yeah, this is part of that.
plastic. Okay.
Anyways, what's yours? So.
I genuinely tried this time, guys.
Yeah.
Don't kill me, right?
Let me guess. Wait. Let me guess. Sierra.
This is where we stab one another,
Yeah.
but we're not going to do it with physical things. I'm going to stab that ego
Yeah.
with facts.
Yes.
Watch
Oh.
this. Watch this. Here we go. 2010. 2010.
Oh, we're getting there.
Audi S3 Quattro. Look. Don't charge.
This sounds fishy.
What's kilowatts?
Just
This
don't hate
sounds
appreciate.
fishy. Sounds and smells like a rotten salmon.
Oh, okay. It can smell like
How
what it
many-
wants, but I'm
what's the
scared of
kilowatts?
watching cricket with you. Listen,
What's it?
kilowatts,
Yeah, me too.
188.
No, I'm
kilo-
only getting it now.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you.
not going to watch cricket with you.
There you go, 188.
Yeah.
0 to 100, weight, 5.8.
Yeah, that's
okay.
fine.
Slower than my car.
Is
That's
it a
okay.
2-door, 4-door?
But my
Kilowatts?
Perfect.
my car looks much better
Wait,
than yours.
kilowatts?
When it comes to cloudy, don't step here. Don't step
Kilowatts?
here. I said 188.
Whoa, slower than mine.
No,
We
180,
just
it's a bit
established.
lower, but it's about 0.2
Mine
of a
is-
second.
It's 0.2
slower.
of a second.
Is it slower than mine?
And I think mine wins in terms of pretty points. It looks much better than
Yeah,
yours.
it's pretty.
It does. It does.
It's pretty.
It's got a full service history. It's done 130 Ks, 130,000 Ks.
How much is it?
Manual, petrol, it's 250.
Oh, sharp.
So that means,
No, wait.
So hold on.
I think it's more desirable.
That means I've got 100,000 rands to spare to do all kinds of wonderful things to this car.
Well done. Fix it up. You can put that's a better car. But can't you get an RS for that?
I think you could.
Or
I think
can't
you
you
could.
get a 130?
Look.
A 130. A 130.
Let me further re-establish my stance on this. Guys, for me, it's about beauty. All of this other kilowatts and whatever, I did it for them. But for me, it's about beauty. Done.
Look, I would look at a 130.
You're gonna agree it's an Audi.
No. I would look at a 130 as a driver's car. I would look at a 130. In fact, a 135. The if you're looking for those type of cars, what do you call this? It's a hatchback. 135. It's got better driving dynamics. I think it's a bit more faster, and you'd have some money.
Sure, but I want to make sure this man gets from Mpumalanga to Josie and back.
Why?
Right? No, with
Oh,
these other
because-
cars, he might just, you know what I mean?
It's a back-wheel drive, but it's more exciting.
It
I
is,
think
sure.
that, you know what? The thing about Audi, I love Audis, you know that. And the thing about Audis is this, that, look, we are safe, we are straight. You know what they were saying? I saw an advert saying, a guy that drinks, if you're at a bar, and a guy that's got a whiskey with ice and puts water, Audi driver.
Okay.
A guy that's at a bar and hitting it shots like this, BMW driver. A guy that's got condoms extra safe, Audi driver. A guy that says, I'll wanna pambi, BMW driver.
Tuso, because you are the BMW aficionado on this show, I'm going to defend you on that one. This man is talking trash.
Look, I would actually go for the guy with no condom. I would actually go for 135. I would go for it. It's
Wait, you'd go for the guy with no condom to do what?
no,
Guys.
no. I'd go for the car for that
I'm on
guy.
the right show. I'm on the right show, right?
135. I prefer the 135. It's got better driving dynamics. Will it be a classic? Same as that. So, yeah.
So all I'm saying is,
You beat this guy today.
no,
In
this
my
week
view.
I've done much
yeah,
better.
that's what.
I've done much better.
But me, as usual, I do my work. Okay. So, I've got. Are you ready? Da-da-da-da. Got CLK 55 convertible. Last week I did a estate. Right? Now I'm coming with a convertible. It's a CLK 55 convertible. It's done 143,000 Ks, full service history. The only thing that I don't have here, it's an automatic. Right?
Okay, so you missed the point.
so
it's
yeah,
automatic.
we minus
So
one
Yeah,
point.
no, minus 1 point.
Let's
It's 199,000.
Okay.
That's the thing.
That
Now,
is-
let me give you specs. It's a V8. Now, I'm not playing marbles here. Look, V6, what are you going to do with 6 balls? You need 8. 8
Okay.
balls, marbles. You need 8 marbles. You're better off.
Okay.
So it's a V8. It's 270 kilowatts, 0 to 100 in 5.1 seconds. So I'm faster than both of you. It's a convertible. It's stylish. It's got issues. And that's why I've always, I leave a huge amount of, let me give you advice. If you're going to buy a classic, buy something like this and have money on spare to fix.
Like I did.
Yeah, like you did. Clever. This guy, how much was your car?
It was 300.
I said Datsun, even if it can replace 4 engines for 10 rands.
Guys, screw you.
Stop calling that car. That's it, man.
So look, it's for a V8. It's relatively it's a very good engine for a V8, right? And this V8 was an answer to the S4 that I talked about last week.
Right.
Yeah, so it's actually, and this V8 in the E55 became the fastest car in the world. This V8, they put two turbos, obviously.
So what would then differentiate it from the car you spoke about last week?
Look, the car I talked about last week was a Quattro, was a
Station wagon.
It's a different feel. You can get in that car. It's planted, like you were saying earlier on, Guy S3. It's planted. It's a very planted car. It's controlled power. This is a Maniac. It's an AMG. It's back-wheel drive. You're gonna be changing those tires every 10,000 k's. It's a Maniac. You'll have fun in this thing. You can, if you're a guy in a meeting, you don't like him.
Did you just say he's gonna be changing his tires every?
Yeah, but he's got 150,000.
Do what?
Left over, yeah.
It's not just for the tires.
Look. There's issues, right? There's oil leaks. Obviously, these cars, these V8s have oil leaks. There's transmission issues, engine mountings, and electrical issues. Because that car had like, for 2003 model, it had a Distronic, meaning that if you drive and it's got a cruise control, and you're driving and the car in front of you stops, it stops. That is 2003. That's like 20 years ago. So this was.
They put that in the S class first, though.
Yes, S class, yes, and then it filtered down to this.
Right.
So this was a beautiful car. It's gorgeous, Chief. Out of all three, it's. So, with 150,000, I actually went fixing your oil leaks. Preventative will cost you about 10k.
Right.
Your gearbox, to service your gearbox, 15k. Your mountings is 20k. Electric, to fix it, electric, this is
What year model is it?
2003.
So, preventative, everything, to respray, touch it, what new tires, it's going to cost you about 80,000. And then you've still got money for tires. Just do me a favor, buy the back tires, and if they're cheap, if there's a sale, buy 2, 4, 6, 10. And then put them in the garage, because they're going to run. But you're going to have so much fun in this car. The lovely thing about cars like this, if you've got a V8 and you drop the roof and you got a girl next door, your wife, next door. The minute you drop the roof,
what's your wife doing next door?
No, like
with the neighbor.
No.
Oh,
in the passenger seat.
Oh, I thought you said your wife.
So if you got your wife here and you drop the roof and that exhaust pipe, tonight you're making another boy. So that's it. And I know I win, but
so we're not having an oil leak. There'll be a water leak.
I think the choice genuinely is between my car and yours.
But man wins. But
I'm just saying.
No. We'll talk. We'll finish this and we'll hear from you.
So I'm reading here. They say instrument cluster display issues. So you want to know that you're driving 120.
I said it's got electrical issues.
That's what he said.
Engine performance problems, like crankshaft position sensor failure. That sounds like 100,000 rand.
No. Look, those are sensors. I mean, those, and I've got
we know sensors are a problem.
Look, I've said you do oil leaks, you do transmission, you do engine mountings, which is a big issue. You do electrical issues. That will cost you 80k.
So look, could you not find something better for 350k?
No, the problem is this: you want a particular one. You want the 55. I want the 55.
He wants. What does he want?
I'm suggesting a 55 for him. And especially this, with these cases and this history. You've got money to fix it. You've got money to fix all those issues, and you make it perfect. You're not going to drive this car every week. You can't drive it every day. Yours you can, because same thing as the E20. Yes, you see. So this is a classic. So once you fix it and it's working, put it in the garage, take it once a week, drive to Johannesburg and have fun. Anyways. Because...
Next.
What do you want to talk about, guys?
Okay, so look, I think my car is out of the running. It's not necessarily out of the running.
I would consider your car.
Have a look at it. Right?
No, have a look at it.
Don't just discount it based on the fact that this guy, you know why he hates E20, because they had an E20.
Because it's a
and he had to every morning I reverse for that guy to come and pick it up. But anyway, look at the 370. If you're looking for something maybe just a little bit out there, looking for something unique. I mean, we're talking Audi. Oh, everyone has an Audi. You're talking Merc. Oh, everyone has a Merc.
Actually, talking about the Germans.
So please look at that.
Look at it. Talking about the Germans,
Make your
guys.
pick. Make your pick.
Talking about the Germans, I'm sure you've heard about the drop in German cars are in trouble.
Yeah.
You heard that
They're shutting down plants in
Yeah.
Germany and all of this stuff.
They
Yeah.
crap in their pants.
they're having. Okay, let me give you numbers quickly. In 2023, VW Wolfsburg can produce 870,000 cars a year. This year, 2 years ago, 2000. Okay, let me do this. Let me start all over. Wolfsburg factory.
One, two.
They can produce 870,000, which they were doing in 2015, 2016.
Right.
2023, they were producing 490,000, almost half. Between 2017 and 2023, VW fell profit from 10.9 to 9.2 million. But yeah, same period, BMW went from 2.4 to 2.25 million cars. Mercedes-Benz went from 2.3 to 2.04. Now, the question is why? What do you think?
It can only be.
China.
It can only be.
But, okay, if China is like that, then Ford, Toyota and Honda, why aren't they being affected?
I think it's, for me, like, as the non-car guy in here, I think Toyota and Honda have entrenched themselves in certain markets. Like, for argument's sake, if I'm going to buy a van, I'm getting Hilux.
Yes.
Not getting anything else.
Yes.
There's no point in trying to look for something else. You know what I mean?
But
So
I can
with
say
those
that-
kind of models,
I can say that if I'm looking for a luxury car, I'm getting S-Class. I'm not going anywhere else. I mean...
Has anyone, like, going to Jack's example, né? Has anyone come close when, for example, we're talking about a van that would give you the same quality as a Hilux, for example?
Look,
right?
I'm not even... Okay, I do...
Because why I asked that is that last week
Quality.
we spoke about BYD, right? And what they bringing with that PHEV, and also that spinning car.
Yeah.
The one
Yes,
comparing
yes.
Lidi Porsche, I think.
Yes.
Ne? Panamera. Is
Oh,
it?
the
What's it
BYD
called?
U7.
Yes.
Oh,
Ne?
the one that... Did you see that? And then it was... Yeah.
Ne? So now we look at that and we say, fine, Germans have always been known for engineering excellence and for luxury and then here comes the Chinese, who have not always been known to produce quality, right? And now all of a sudden they are producing quality.
Or perceived quality.
perceived, yeah.
Is it
Because-
perceived? Because if we look at the numbers,
No.
that they are
They have to be getting something right.
there is something
Look,
right there.
the good thing about China is, look, you're going to buy a S-Class for $1 million. I'm making an example. You get 4 of mine. Even if the quality is crap, you can buy another one and another.
But
The price is so good.
you know what we've never spoken about, né? Is that we've never spoken about the quality, and we've never received feedback. We need to go test drive some of these.
I don't know.
Chinese
Have these
cars
cars been
But-
around long enough for us to actually establish
But-
their longevity? Because, like, look, Toyota and Honda have got reputations of making cars that last forever. Like, my dad had a Honda Ballet
Forever.
for 12
You know
years.
about this.
You get what I mean?
Look, what I'm saying is what Chinese are doing to give you a peace of mind. They're giving you $1 million. There's one that gives you a million kilometer
kilometers,
warranty.
10-year warranty, or
Warranty.
something.
Yeah.
But
like
if
that.
to the first owner, and then they're giving you a whole lot of backup.
Right.
They're building shops everywhere, so you can find it anywhere, and they're cheap. So they're actually backing it. But I think
So bringing it back to the question now, why are the other Asians? So I think happy the economy is moving, the money is moving a little bit more towards Asia. That's why maybe the Japanese would not be affected as much as the Europeans.
For sure.
And that is why now we study, and it's all political and stuff.
No,
you know a little bit better.
you know that I do my stuff.
Oh my God. He comes up with the thing is like, I did my homework. You
But
asked us a question.
yeah,
So now that's
yeah.
my thought. I just think
Look,
because the
China-
money is moving east.
China has got a lot to do with it. When I read up everywhere, I summed it up to 3 things, right? Labor costs, right? I read everywhere. Let me give you an example. In Germany, to manufacture a car, the normal worker gets 60 euros. 60 euros. That's a lot of money.
60 euros for
an
what?
hour. What? That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
That is what?
That's
1.2. 1.2 an hour, right? Let's compare it. In Portugal, it's 20.
Okay.
Now let's go to our Oriental brothers. Japan is 6. They give you 6 an hour, and then China 3. So for 60 an hour, you can hire 20 people. So the labor cost is low, right? Number 2, Russia. I don't know why Germany is supporting NATO in Russia, because the energy issue. I guess Russia was like, oh, you're fighting me. I'll cut my
Natural
my
gas. Yeah.
So energy, then hello South Africa, you still got coal. So the energy is expensive. So producing cars in Germany has affected them. Number 3, China. All of these cars, when China was still, which is clever, China was like, come.
We'll build these things.
We'll build, like, let's see.
Yeah.
When I said they copy everything.
Yep.
Copy the design. So China, back in the days, they chowed. Every car went to China. The way there was growth, everyone made a killing.
Yep.
They made a killing.
In fact, like 10 years ago, if you were in China, you'd walk around and think there's a X5 or whatever.
Yes.
But when you look at the badge, it's not an
Like,
X5.
but even with that, people perceive these cars as quality.
Right.
Gee, but China is China. After a while, like, and if you look at other cars that we talked about, the U7 that competes and the pricing, and China don't see European cars as
Competition.
as forward. They're like, actually,
But I mean, as well, when you think about it, from a numerical standpoint, China just needs to sell cars in China.
I know they'll make enough
And
money.
they'll-
But that's what I'm saying, is that's why BM has got big nostrils and looking funny. It was talking to the Chinese market because they would sell in their gazillions there. They don't need to sell anywhere. They would sell them, they'll make enough money and produce them. Now, China's not buying them. Okay, their growth is not going much. China's not buying the cars too. They are buying your BYD U7 because, honestly, there is a car called, what is it? Hongxi. Hongxi. Hongxi.
The funky cat.
The function. Actually, I started thinking about the funny names.
but just quickly.
And then South Africa. Quickly, in South Africa,
It's affordability.
Yeah, I think people.
And I'm not going to try and be. I think people are getting to the realization that trying to be smart guy German sedan that gets broken. Other than buying 10,000, 1 million, 10 year warranty, you get there, unale aircon, unale sunroof.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
And
it's
let's
affordability.
look, and let's be honest, they make good looking cars.
They've improved.
They have
They've
improved.
and in a short space of time. I mean, if you think about it, Hyundai and Kia started off like this, and right now you consider them premium cars.
I mean, the Grand i10,
yeah, you consider them premium.
pretty car. It's a pretty car.
And
Hyundai 10.
Hyundai.
listen,
Check, that's a...
Yeah, it's a little
small, pretty
hatchback, but it's a
car.
pretty
nice,
car.
it's a beautiful.
It is a nice car.
Yeah, it's a nice little Picanto.
Yeah,
Picanto, they're nice.
they're very nice.
Anyways, you mentioned, I actually mentioned Hongxi. What's the funniest names you've heard in China? Like, they've got funny names. Hongxi is a good car. Actually, you must please Google YouTube Hongxi. Compare it. It actually they were comparing it with a Bentley and a.
But that's a funny name. What do you drive? I drive a Hongxi.
Yeah.
What do you drive, Jack? I drive a funky cat, man.
what funny names have you heard, China?
Kids, I'm just reading here.
Seriously, Lena, I have
Like,
not
you
done
know
enough
the
research into-
Shangan, bruh, I still can't get over that. Like, I just
Schengen.
think... King, get Schengen.
You know what I like? Rowie.
Rowie.
It's actually supposed to be Rover. It's China.
Don't they call it the Land Rover?
There's a Rowie. They actually wanted to say Rover, there's a Rowie.
It's a Land Rover.
And then
Oh,
there was
man.
there's one that I've seen, Land Wind.
Land Wind. There's a
There's a
gilly...
Dongfeng.
Yes, Dongfeng. I know, I've seen Dongfeng.
I actually feel like we should start learning, basic Chinese.
But they're going to start changing
Basic.
their names, I'm sure, to try and what.
But you know what? I mean, there've been tons of cars that would have been funny when they were first introduced. Like, I won't lie, the first time I heard Elantra, I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I
You get? But it just needs to grow on you at some
remember
point.
Honda used to make fridges and people used to be like, oh, Honda fridge.
Honda
Yeah.
fridge.
Now everyone wants
And the
Honda.
cars did look like fridges. a
Man,
little bit,
even
but
they
got
would try to make a
better.
car. You remember that nonsense?
Yeah.
They got better.
Microwaves. They made microwaves. Hey, that
And
Honda.
TVs.
Oh, Honda TV. Honda microwave.
House
Anyways,
in a petrol pressure reverse.
so I hope I told you why German is struggling, and I think they'll make a plan. They'll come back. What I heard is that they're moving up market. They're leaving you guys at the
Oh, the
bottom
poor
there.
people.
No, because there's not much money to be made there. Like, remember last week I said Q82 and Q what?
A2 and
Q2 and A1 is
Yeah,
leaving
yeah.
to because there's not much money, and there's a lot of you guys.
Oh, so they want to leave this market here.
and then you buy
So
up market,
China is forcing them to specialize, essentially.
which is fine. Good for them.
Good for them. Well done to the Chinese once
T20
again.
or something.
Shishini.
Oh, IPL. So
What happened?
I'm worried to do IPL, and I watched.
Did
a
you
bit.
do your homework?
I watched a
and
bit.
did you? You know,
I
if
got
you
bored.
must sit there with your son, and you must watch, and you'll see how excited he'll get.
You know, I actually did that. I
And-
watched it with my son, and my son is just cricket is just.
So is
No,
he?
that is
He loves cricket. He plays it, but it's just like rugby. We've been watching the high school stuff. We love that, but cricket.
Do you know
is
what's
just,
strange? When it comes to cricket, I can never get any person I know to watch a test match or
Yes.
an ODI. But T20, they volunteer.
Yeah, because it's
So it's
quick,
exactly.
yeah.
So I'm surprised that you can't sit through a T20 game. Or you think that it's boring.
No, no.
Like, the IPL is box office. Don't
Yes,
get,
I
do
do
not get it
I
twisted.
do get the fight. We just slept. We like 90 minutes done. Hitting, yeah. I'm not. You've tried, because I just never get
But yeah. So look, I've given him tickets. I've tried. It's not going to work. So anyway,
Nagana, and I came in this week prepared. This man behaves like this.
No,
on
no,
his end.
no. Listen, there's nothing new here. When they speak sports, I close my files and I start looking at my phone and talking to people. If I could smoke, I'd go outside and go have a smoke. I'm like,
So-
bye.
What an ass.
yeah.
What
so
an ass.
I was supposed to pick a team.
Oh, yes.
I'm
Forgot
supposed to pick a team. Aish, guys.
Still
I think.
tough.
Look. What?
Well, what's so hard to do? Like, just pick a team.
Yeah, I'm picking a team. Just, jeez, brother.
Pick a
that.
team.
Talk
I'm
about
playing
suspense.
Delhi.
Delhi.
Yeah, Delhi Capitals.
Why?
That batting lineup they have is, yeah, don't put fear in anyone. Any bowler, any day, any time.
Do you need help?
We've got Jake Fraser McGurk, that young up-and-coming Australian. We've got Tristan Stubbs in there. We've got Puran.
Stubbs is decent. Puran,
look,
sharp.
That's my first team. Ne? And I'll tell you why. Delhi, because from the onset of IPL, I was a Delhi fan.
It's Delhi from Delhi.
Yeah.
Yes. New Delhi.
But
They might like delicacies.
I won't lie, that was good. I won't even lie, that was good.
But I watched a game, Gujarat Titans. Ne? And Jack, this is for you, the lineup.
What's Gujarat Titans?
Gujarat.
Yeah.
Gujarat.
Yeah. Gujarat Titans.
Yes.
Ne? This lineup has got David Miller.
Dangerous.
It's got Nicholas Puran.
Dangerous.
They open with Mitchell Marsh, the Australian. So they've got a proper batting lineup. Then they've got Rashid Khan. They've got Kagiso Rabare as the bowlers. Nah? And I just thought, this season, the way they've played already, I mean, Nicholas Puran coming in at 3 is something to put fear. So if you want your child to be a batsman, if he's
So you are
left-handed,
going with.
He's going with Delhi Capitals.
I'm going
So
with
what
Delhi,
are you giving me?
Gujarat.
Gujarat. I'm going to forget that name immediately.
I'm giving
Gujarat.
you Gujarat.
My boy, we're gonna watch Gujarat.
Yeah, I'm
Delhi.
giving you
No,
Gujarat
Gujarat,
because it's got Rabada. So your child will...
Gujarat and Rabat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've actually got a couple of decent players on that team.
And your team is...
My team has
Mumbai.
always been Mumbai.
And you know, Mumbai, ne? For the past 13 seasons, they haven't won their first the opening game.
Opening game. Ha, ha, ha.
They haven't won their opening game. So if you are a betting man, and I wish I'd done this before the start of the season. If you're a betting man, put your house on Mumbai to lose the first game of the season.
Yeah.
Because they'll lose the first game.
But if you've been following this show, Mswazi loses every bet.
But
Not
nonetheless,
really.
here's why I would pick. Well, I've always been a fan of Mumbai. But the reason why I'm even more confident this year is the amount of experience we've got on this team.
They came 10th, Jack, last season.
Last season, this year.
You
guys,
don't have.
Are we not
you
talking
don't
about
have
this year?
Bumrah this season.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But we've got
The
depth.
reason why
We've got
we
depth.
have 5 minutes for sports is because people go on and on and on.
No. I asked this man to pick a team last week.
Yeah.
He's actually picked a team. It's okay.
And
now,
he's given me one. Bushrat.
right. Now we can watch our
Gujarat.
individual teams as they make it through the tournament.
Yes.
Man, I told you this
Mumbai.
last week. I'm putting my money on Mumbai.
Man,
Indians.
goodbye,
They're going to
Mumbai.
do it. They are going
We
to
love
do
you
it.
guys. Thank you
Thank
for
you so
watching
much.
the show, Jack.
Again, Jack.
Once again,
Thank you so
for
I showed up
gracing
today.
us.
Come on,
And
do
you did
the right
homework.
thing.
You did homework.
Yeah, no,
Come on.
Last week he's like, yeah, I've done this before a lot of times. I'll continue.
I'll kill him on a big head and then.
Yeah, Cortina.
And to my Tuso,
Keep
miss
it real,
you.
my man.
Yeah,
we
bro.
miss you, my buddy.
Take it
Get
easy.
well, take it easy. Don't drink too much
And
alcohol.
bro, I don't know how you do this.
Have a lot of
Hashem, you know
octopussy. It will relieve the stress.
That is calamari.
Yeah.
It means calamari. Bye.
What did you think, Jack?
Okay.
You'll catch my drift in no time. You send the shit in the nighttime. You're fifing out in the meantime. Kiss your face 6 in a gold 5. Smoking the choking the weed in the 4-5. Living the dream and the speed at the same time. I'm thinking of picking you up just before 9. You been playing just as hard as you grind. And I got the recipe to help you to get out of your mind. Get your black.
Who's that out there raising the bar?
Get your black.
Playing like the cause has no power.
Get your black.
Driving that good shasha from Mars.
Get your black.
Who told your ass to wait by the car?
Get your black. Get your black. Get your black.
Long before they knew you were star.
Get your black.
The Rex will always be where you are.
Get your black. Get your black. Hey, Chiquito and chip line. Squad got my back from the front line. Bobbing and weaving the mean with a straight right. Reeling and dealing to see us take flight. Then it's paytime. And without vibe, we don't see time. Cause when we fly, it's a skyline. In the meantime, I'm rolling up the jets for the lift off. Line up the shots, gonna take 4. Get a drink for the lady. No straw. We boys acting shady. It's all. Claim to drive Mercedes. All is all. Before the things in life get you running out of your life. I got the recipe to help you to get out of your mind. Get your black.
Who's there